Have you ever wondered, how do I get people to trust me? Maybe you've had a customer come and say, how will I know you can actually help me? Well, you are in the right place because today I'm going to give you hacks to make your messaging, your content become your source of credibility. So no more certifications, no more testimonials, no more publishing best-selling books. These are the exact steps that you can start hacking authority in your space and be seen as the expert starting today. Welcome, I'm Hanna Hermanson, certified success coach, business strategist, brand expert, and real person. Be sure you subscribe to this channel so you guys can keep getting tidbits and hacks and marketing ideas every single week. We drop it right here on the channel, so please subscribe and turn on alerts so you can keep making your dream life your real life. I'm going to teach you a three-pronged strategy that will build instant credibility into all of your content, what you post, all of your messaging, what you write on sales pages and in emails, and also how you converse with people when talking about your work. Even if you are brand new, even if you don't have testimonials, even if you don't want to go and get another certification or keep studying, you just want to work with people, you are in the right place. Be sure to grab the workbook below as you go through this video so that you can be working in real time making this happen. Because in reality, you could write out an entire list of all of these three things and then just go back and circulate. Look, the truth is you need credibility. You need to stand out. A few years ago, anyone and their sister could open up an online business, and so they did. So consumers today have been burned. They've been burned by Sally and Mrs. Jones, people who didn't actually get them results. And because of that, our consumers are jaded. It's not their fault. But we do need to help them realize that it's okay to keep investing, to keep working with us, buying our services, buying our products, and consulting with us. You have 3 seconds online. When someone finds you, whether it's on social media or your website or via email, they are hovering over the X button. They are waiting to leave you behind. You have to do things that hook their interest, that speak right to them, and that establish you as an authority. Otherwise, X marks the spot. They don't care. They're moving on. And they are moving on. Consumers today do market research. Just like we do market research when we start our business, our consumers, our ideal clients are out there looking around. They don't have to just get good news from a referral. They don't just work with the salesman who comes and knocks on their door. But they have the World Wide Web and unlimited time and resources to do research, to window shop, to compare you to other people. And so if you're not showing up with credibility in your space and with your messaging, then you're absolutely losing out on clientele every single minute of every single day. This is important. And it's also really hard to rise above the noise these days with paid advertisement. Look, if you can put thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars into ads every month, every year, then great, you can rise above the noise. You can use the algorithm to, get in front of people more times. But the truth is, most of us, we don't want to just throw our money into the social media engine. And so there are ways that you can stand out that don't require you pitching and hustling and paying for a whole bunch of ads. It takes strategic messaging to help you rise above the noise. And until you nail this, until you start to build credibility, until you start to hack your messaging, you will continue to get, I have to think about it on sales calls. You will continue to be asked, well, how do I know this is gonna work? And you will have to be constantly convincing people to work with you, defending yourself as a credible source, and be frustrated with why you're not getting conversion. Why don't people just get it? Look, it's all your fault that they don't get it. So today we're gonna start the process. We're gonna start hacking credibility. We're gonna start building you up as the expert, and we're gonna make sure that your messaging alleviates all of those problems and gets people knocking on your door asking, how can we work together? Sound good? All right, let's get to work. So right now, I'm gonna run you through 3 ways that you can build authority. And these are things you can start working on today. And these are also things that are going to inform all of your strategy moving forward. So you're gonna have a great framework, a great blueprint to execute on today and for the next several months. The first way to start building messaging that helps people convert, that helps people trust you, is by association. And this is the easiest one, so this is where we're starting. Association means that you align yourself with other successful people. So perhaps you've had really great mentors. You guys know I always mention Jack Canfield, who's my mentor, who's written the Chicken Soup for the Soul books as well as the Success Principles. I use photos of me and Jack, I use stories about me and Jack. That automatically aligns me as an expert in this space because I know one. I'm with an expert in this space. Mention who you've learned from. You also might have peers or biz besties that you've collaborated with. I throw out pictures of people I've spoken with, people that I've done summits with, people that I've guest interviewed, because I have a lot of friends that are also successful coaches. And I let you know that by showing you photos and telling you stories about them. And you also might even have some really famous or successful clients. So one of my clients actually trains with a Zuckerberg. Have you heard of them? She's a personal trainer, and her clients and her followers see, oh, she can work with someone that busy, then I could probably trust her to train me as well. If you don't have famous mentors, if you don't have successful clients, if you haven't been featured in a lot of places or know a lot of people, then don't worry, there is a way to shortcut this so that you can be implementing today. The first thing is to get featured on a podcast. It is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I have a ton of resources. We will link below to help you get featured on your first podcast. It's super fun. It's just like having coffee. You don't have to check your grammar. You just get to show up, and then you have a feature. Okay, that's the easiest one to get these days. Or my other favorite hack is to not even know the famous person, but align yourself with them. Name drop. Here's an example. I might say, what do Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, and Hanna Hermanson have in common? They've all been fired from their dream jobs. It's true. And I have you thinking about me in relationship to Oprah and Ellen. It's a psychological hack. If you're already thinking of those caliber of people and you're thinking about how is she like them, I'm hacking celebrity in your brain. You're thinking about me in the same way as you think about Ellen and Oprah. You can do the same thing in your space. What do Tony Robbins, Bill Gates, and you have in common? Figure that out and write some content. Name drop. That's the first one, associations. The second thing you need to be integrating into your messaging and into your content are your assets. Assets are the things that your clients want. This is where you need to be aspirational. Maybe you can afford to go to yoga at 10 a.m. because you have time freedom back. Maybe you have a great relationship with your husband and you run a successful business. Maybe you're really young and you started your business and you are super tech savvy and you can talk to the older generation and you are so happy and grateful that you have your age as an asset. Also think about what experiences do you have that your clients want. Were you able to take your kid brother on a cruise when he graduated college? I did. Right? My clients want to be able to do that. They want to give their families trips, so I'm definitely going to be documenting that cruise I take with Jake. Maybe you're able to work wherever you want. Again, as a business coach, that's something a lot of people in their cubicle wish. Maybe you've been able to speak on stages. What experiences do you have that your ideal clients want? Show them, bring them along, tell a story. And then lastly, your clients want results. So what results can you show them? Whether it's a screenshot of someone thanking you for the conversation you had about their goals, or it's testimonials from your clients about the great work you guys have done together, or it's a before and after picture if you're in the health and wellness space. Show results. Show social proof. People saying, thank you for helping me achieve what I wanted. Again, that's an asset because it's what your ideal clients want. Now, sometimes, because some of you guys like me are Midwest nice, sometimes people say, assets feels like the hardest one because I feel like I'm bragging. I feel like if I talk about being at yoga at 10 a.m. while all of my ideal clients are still working full time, they're just gonna think I'm bragging. I have a hack for that. Here's how you don't come off as braggy. Use gratitude. So you never wanna put out messaging that says, look at me, I'm so great, yoga at 10 a.m., dream life. Use gratitude. Wow, I am so happy and grateful that I can be at yoga at 10 a.m. I remember back when I was working in my cubicle, dreaming about having some time and flexibility back. See the huge difference? If you just throw out gratitude, if you nod like, hey, ideal client, I know where you're at and I know you want to be where I'm at, I'm gonna show you, I'm not gonna feel bad about shining my light or being grateful, but I'm not gonna frame it in a boastful way. I'm gonna frame it in like, this is wonderful. Make sense? All right, let's move on to the final hack, the final thing that you need to be integrating into all of your messaging to ensure that you're standing out as an expert and rising above the marketing noise. Advantages. What are the things that give you the upper hand on your competitors? Like I said, your ideal clients are looking at lots of other personal trainers, lots of other business coaches, lots of other photographers. So why do they choose you over other people? These are your advantages. Advantages could be that you do have a book written. Advantages could be that you have certifications, that you've taken courses, that you actually have clients, right? That's something my clients want. They actually want clients. So I talk about how great my clients are and what my schedule looks like. And a lot of people come to me because I don't work all the time. I work very flexibly. Mac and I have a very luxurious lifestyle, it looks like, because we travel a lot. We don't work full hours during the day. So again, how do you say this off a coaching call or a sales call? Do a video of what you guys talked about. Because the truth is, whatever's happening in your program or in your sales calls, that's exactly what a lot of other people are wondering and talking about. So you can just really quick be like, hey guys, I just got off of this quick call with someone I'm working with, and they kept talking to me about those pesky last 10 pounds. They were telling me about how they've tried all of these things, they're fasting, they're doing keto, they're doing all these things, and something just isn't working. And this is something I hear from a lot of my clients. A lot of my clients have tried everything, and they just haven't seen results. I'm curious, are you feeling this way too? All right, lots going on there. So there's an advantage, right? You have clients. There's a call to action, like, hey, are you feeling like this too? And you're building your credibility because you just got off the phone with a client. And hey, that client is experiencing exactly what your ideal clients are. So when you have pieces of content like that, people can see she works with people just like me. She's speaking to my problem. She has experience, real experience working in people exactly like me. Feel compelled, they're going to trust that you have the answer, and they'll continue to move forward in your funnel and in your enrollment process. Other advantages could be personal qualities. So besides your age, it could be that you're really organized and that's what your clients need. It could be that you get up early and you're super, super productive and other people want to know, how can they do that too, right? So those personal qualities that make you, that set you apart, that make you the right person for your ideal client, share those quirks, share those strengths in your messaging. Let people know, what are you great at? There you have it. You have 3 things that you need to be integrating into all of your messaging. Like I said, ask yourself whether you're writing a Facebook post, a sales page, or email, or you're just having conversations, a sales conversation, a re-enrollment conversation, a conversation with your neighbor next door. Highlight to them your associations, your assets, and your advantages to start to get into the hearts and the minds of your ideal client, to get them realizing this person is a credible source, I trust them, and I'm gonna work with them instead of all the other noisy people on the internet. So how do you actually implement this? Well, be sure to grab the workbook below as you go through this video so that you can be working in real time making this happen. Because in reality, you could write out an entire list of all of these 3 things and then just go back and circulate it. So you don't always have to be coming up with new associations or new assets or new advantages. You should just have a literal list of all of these things so that you can go and pull as you need to tell a story or as you need to write some copy. So go through the workbook, idea, journal, message out all of the things that come up when you think about who are my associations, what are my advantages, what are my assets, so that you can pull, like I said, when you have a post to write or a sales page to write. I recommend having at least 1 social media post a week that specifically touches on one of these things, because you have got to be building credibility every single week. This is not a one and done thing where people are like, oh yeah, she's the girl who's like Ellen and Oprah. You need to tell them in lots of ways over and over and over. You guys, this is true for all of your messaging. Don't expect people to just get it in one post. You need to continue to hit them in the face with it, tell them again, tell them again, tell them again. So use the workbook to get out all of your ideas. Moving forward, make one post a week from that workbook. Tell a story, show an asset, talk about an association, and then use this as an ongoing resource to integrate credibility into your conversations all of the time. This is one of the key deciding factors that every consumer looks for, the trust factor, having credibility. And you can start doing it today in your messaging. All right, friends, that's what I have for you. That is the 3 pillars to starting to bring credibility and authority into your messaging starting today. I cannot wait to see you outstanding in your field like a farmer. That's a pun. Showing up as the expert so you can serve more people and make your dream life your real life. Until next time, I'm Hannah. And I have you thinking about me in relationship to Oprah and Ellen. And yeah, delete that. This doesn't really make sense. This is one of the key factors that is what are my associations? Who are my advantage?